And it might be a little.
more.
Nobody moves.
Nobody gets hurt.
What's up, everybody? This is the Growing Up Italian podcast. Here today with my cousin Rocco.
Yo.
Jimmy, Big Muscles.
Yeah.
Jimmy, how you feeling?
I'm good. I'm excited.
I know you saw him. All right. We had a crazy rollout. We had a sick rollout for our new cooking series with you.
Yeah.
We have all the older Italian ladies going nuts. They're asking.
I mean, look at that hair, though. Come on. How could you not?
Do I like the hair or the food better? I don't know.
Ooh.
He's a young Andrea Pirlo, man.
Yeah, he really
See the
is.
flow?
That's the inspiration for it.
I like it. All right. So I'm going to get right into it, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We released last week a cooking series with your Nonna Rita. And on the first episode, we made Eggplant Parmesan. Now, initial reaction, it's been out for a couple of days now. The initial reaction is a lot of people say no skin on Eggplant Parmesan. Now, is there a method to that madness, or?
I've always eaten it with the skin. And I don't know. I prefer the skin. I feel that it's tasty.
What do you think, Rob?
To me, I know there's a...
None always use skin, too.
Yeah, so the way we grew up was skin all the time. So when there isn't skin on the parm, to me, I do taste a little difference. I'm not going to lie. You do get a little more nutrients. You get a little more flavor in there. Right. To me, it's got to be skin, but it's not like something that's going to tank it for me. It gets the job done, but a lot of Italians are passionate on this thing. And I think you can start with the divide from Naples all the way to Bari. That's where the divide starts to happen with the skin, no skin. And obviously in the north, they do it very differently as well. But eggplant parmigiana, it's like one of the most iconic Italian meals, and it's authentic. When people say parmigiana, they think eggplant. If you say to an Italian, fai parmigiana stanotte, they're going to think eggplant. They're not going to think chicken, veal, anything like that.
Yeah, to your point, because of eggplant parm, we got chicken parm.
Right? Exactly, yeah.
It's the original.
And, I don't want to say it's easy to make. It's very fun to make, as you, showed perfectly. It could be time consuming, especially, when you're cutting the eggplant and you got to drain it so it's not bitter. You didn't show that part, but I'm sure a lot of people, appreciate the fact that there is a lot of labor that goes into making eggplant parm, and I think you got something very special with your nonna. Homegrown in Pittsburgh, close-knit family. That's a lot of things that you should cherish, and a lot of people should never take that for granted. And I think it's awesome, having you here in New York, seeing the different vibes, and relating to the New York Italians compared to Pittsburgh Italians, which I'm sure Sabino's going to mention in a few minutes.
Yeah, well, my first reactions when I saw this kid was this kid's more Italian than us. Yeah, did you see his basement?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, it looks like the 1980s in there. He lives in the basement.
He has a whole freaking pantry ready to go.
Yeah. I saw the wood on the walls. I'm like, yo, this took me back. It looks like if someone made a stereotype Italian basement, it's
Jimmy's.
basement.
It's Jimmy's, yeah.
That basement kitchen.
You're very fortunate to have that. I feel like you are the younger version of us in a sense. And I think that's something to be proud of. And it's a reason why we started this page, to see how many people we can relate to. And then we have somebody like you who could kind of blows us out the water in some cases. You know what I mean? Like Sabino said. Another video that you did well was the one you're taking us a tour of your nonna's house. My God, it's I feel like I'm in a shrine for a minute, and then the next minute I'm with our dinner table that fits about 40 people probably. Mm-hmm. But it's a blessing, man.
What about the video of his of them making wine? Did you see that video?
Oh yeah, he's going ham. We never did that.
Traditions, man.
We never had any of that wine stuff, and
we did the super sod and sausage.
Yeah, we always had relatives that gave us wine, and it's the strongest wine ever. So I don't know how your family does it, but whenever we have homemade wine, that will have you rolling in about a minute.
It's strong. It'll knock you down.
It creeps up on you.
It does.
It's clear, and then all of a sudden,
especially whenever you have people over and they aren't used to it. They think they could sit down and drink 5 glasses casual. And before you know it, they're sitting deep into their chair.
Yeah, the homemade wine, it hits you.
You guys are going to have to come.
I don't want
to
say anything incriminating, but do you remember the first time you had wine? A little taste of it?
I don't remember the first time I had it, but I remember how I used to drink it. you know, with the Sprite in it.
Yeah, you had a little
diluted.
Little Sprite, little wine, and then it's not alcohol anymore.
That's an Italian Shirley Temple right there.
Yeah, it really is.
An Italian Shirley Temple, it don't got cherries in it. It got ginger ale and a little how you doing. Yeah, I think I was like 12, like, right? Like
yeah, but I never really liked wine unless there had to be some with it. But even so, I still wasn't crazy about it. But Jim, I think it's awesome that, you know, you're born into a family that holds on to these traditions, and you know, we always try and push that as much as we can. We try and connect the culture from Italy all around the world, and it's amazing seeing Pittsburgh. You know, you're putting them on the map. I feel. Because a lot of people don't know, like, are there a lot of Pittsburgh's Italians?
There are. I mean, obviously not at the same scale as, like, here in New York, New Jersey, or, like, Chicago, but there's a decent amount of Italians. There's a decent amount of, actually, a bunch of immigrants in Pittsburgh. Because, like, before, whenever everybody was immigrating here, it was a big town for, like, a lot of work. You know, there's steel mills there. There's a lot of construction. So I think that's what attracted everybody.
Give us a little, like, background about your family, like, their story on how they came here. Like, how did they end up in Pittsburgh? Did they miss the stop or something?
I don't know. So they're all from Nicastro in Calabria.
Okay.
And originally, my nonno's dad and his older brother came over. They were the first ones over. And so they came to Pittsburgh. They had to know somebody who came here first because they were, like, writing back and forth.
Of course, yeah.
Like a sponsor.
Almost. Right. And they're like, hey, we found, like, there's work here for you to come. And they came, and I believe they worked in construction at first. And they started, like, saving up money to send the rest of the family over. And, like, little by little they went. And then there are these Italian neighborhoods in Pittsburgh. Like, Bloomfield is an Italian neighborhood. And
still to this day?
Not as much to this day, but you can still see like remnants of it. Okay. Because we have like a Little Italy there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
In my family, they moved to Brookline, which also like became a bit of Italian neighborhood too.
It's like a bootleg Brooklyn.
Brookline.
Yeah. It's the Pittsburgh Brooklyn.
It's not Brooklyn. It's Brookline.
That sounds like off the boat.
Yeah. So they all moved into like pretty much the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's where my nonno and my nonna met.
Oh, they met in New York.
After they moved.
Oh, in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
I mean,
they were from the same town?
like they knew each other, but then once they moved here, they.
Wow, that's actually crazy.
Your nonno was probably like, "I'm gonna get her now."
Yeah, Nonno could give the excuse, "I travel 4,000 miles just to see you, baby."
But it's kind of crazy though, because once they all moved here, they stayed in these little areas, and I'm sure you guys understand too. Like they followed all the same traditions.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I think today it's still pretty much the same. It's like they never left Italy, really.
Yeah, they kept on to those traditions, and because there's like so few of them, it's probably like they rely on each other even more.
Yeah, you guys formed a community there.
And my mom, like, she tells us stories and stuff. Like whenever she was little, every single Sunday they would just all party together. And then since they all lived in the same neighborhood, my one Zio, he plays the accordion. So they would go out into the streets and he would play the accordion.
I could picture this kid learning to play the accordion.
Yeah, he could.
He's a well-balanced guy.
I had an organetto for a little
Jimmy,
bit.
we gotta see you do this a little bit, just for like 5 seconds. We gotta see the motion. There he is. You guys do the tarantella?
Oh, yeah.
I got a Calabrese tarantella though, right? It's
I will tell you one thing from hanging out with Jimmy like a bunch this weekend. I realize he's a well-rounded kid. He DJs, he cooks, he TikToks, he plays lacrosse. He's good academically. So I figured like throw the organetto in there. You know?
He's a 5-star Italian right here. No, but Jim,
5-star exactly. He has 5 skill sets.
Jim, I had to mention this now that Sabino mentioned your skill sets. What's the meaning behind that name though, Guji? You got to tell me.
Big muscles.
You got to give me. First of all, you got to give the camera a light flex.
All right,
his name is Jimmy Big Muscles, so he's the name Muscolo Grosso.
So the name Jimmy Big Muscles, I obviously didn't expect the TikTok to blow up or anything, and at the very beginning, I wasn't doing anything really even Italian.
Yeah,
it was a joke with my my roommates, and I play lacrosse, so we would be in the gym all the time. And I would do this thing in the gym where I would talk in this like crazy accent. And
like what accent though? Like Italian or just any accent?
I think it was like a messed up Jersey accent.
Oh, okay.
You-
All right.
you
Like
guys-
real,
you guys
like-
show the
like
fans.
like like a real scratchy voice.
Yeah,
you
bro.
know?
I just benched 2 plates. That kind of
Like someone you would run into in like a back alley or something.
Hell no.
So that's where like Jimmy Big
No,
Muscles came.
no.
Just this like character I created. But after I made the TikTok, I posted that wine video, like a older wine video, and that blew up. So
Then you found your click.
Yeah.
You found your click right there.
and I thought about it for a little bit, changing the name, but then where I am now, I think we're gonna keep it.
Yeah, just keep it rolling. He's just gonna. But yeah, so it's funny because I remember the first time like I saw your page, and then we had the dialogue like, "Yo, let's do some stuff." When I reached out, I was like, "Yo, let's do some stuff." I think you're great. I'm like, but why don't we change your name? And you're like, no. But I was like, yo, we could, rebrand, baby. Brand new
So
launch.
that's here to stay. Jimmy Big Muscles here to stay.
I think it is, yes.
Permanently.
Now
Jimmy
I need to
Big
get big muscles though.
Muscles. Now you need those 20-inch buys, cause
Right. It's gym motivation now, you know.
yeah, there you go.
You know, go to the gym
So-
whenever you aren't feeling like working out. I just gotta be like, my name's Jimmy Big Muscles. I have to go.
You know what's funny? I could imagine your nonna explaining to her friends, yeah, uno po de mi, Jimmy, pero on TikTok, Instagram, lo chiamano Jimmy Big Muscles. Questo è very famoso, very famoso. Can you imagine nonna saying that?
Yeah, since Rock brought that up, like, tell us a little bit, like, what does Nona think about these viral videos and the cooking
I
series?
feel like she loves it.
They
low-key,
love them
right?
now.
Yeah.
They love them. At first, I don't think she really understood what I was doing. You know, it's kind of hard to explain TikTok.
TikTok, TikTok of the candy.
Yeah, I'd be videoing the videos, and she's like, okay. Like, but after I kept showing her the videos, I'm like, look how many people viewed. Like the wine video, I was like, 2 million people saw this. You know, and everybody's commenting. I'll go on a live, whatever.
What definitely happens? That she goes to the pork store or whatever, wherever you'll see some paisans, and they're like, "Oh, me ne posso viste tu sulla internet, Facebook." Tu sei-
Yeah.
Jimmy Big Muscles, huh? She knows like it's Jimmy Big Muscles though.
Yeah.
But is your nonna like? You never really hear her talk in the videos.
No.
Like she's usually chefing it up.
She's just
you know?
ingredients.
She's just like she's straight to the deal. She's like, listen, I'm here for one thing only.
Yeah, when she's cooking, she's in the zone.
But does she have like a broken English accent, or she speaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Now, when did your grandparents come here? Do you know?
I don't know the
Was it the
exact
80s?
date, but
Or before that?
I think they're like 25.
25
They're
years
in
here?
their 20s.
25 years old.
Yeah, like 25
Oh, when
years
they're
old.
25. So that's probably the 70s. Same thing as our
Yeah.
nonna.
My nonna came
Maybe a little
sooner than my
after.
nonna.
Maybe a little after.
Maybe, yeah, because you are a little younger than us.
Yeah.
But it's a great thing that your nonna lets you record her, because our nonna is like super old school. She thought like people were gonna give her the malocchio, just
Yeah.
for seeing her
Our
on
nonna doesn't
camera.
wanna be recorded.
So she's like, listen, I love you guys. I know you guys have something great. We're growing up Italian, but I don't want to be putting any of your videos.
Actually, to get to Rocco's point, we were doing a cooking series with Azaria and our cousin Andonia, and we did an episode, and then we did another episode with our nonna, and she made eggplant parmesan, and it never came out.
Yeah, you got to catch her in the mood. I guess that's what it is. You catch her
We
in the
did
good
a
mood.
whole day of filming, and then she was like, no, I don't want to be on the internet. I was like, but no, we just filmed the whole thing. We got to put this baby out,
Oh, it was ready to go. You're right. Yeah.
We
had it filmed.
We have it. It's done.
It's in the archives right now, waiting to be published whenever
Yeah.
she gives us the go. I know you're saying that.
Yeah. But yeah, so a little more about your nonna. Now, we have, I don't even know, like 8 or 9 episodes on ice for this band.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
So-
I know
They're
Sabino
all
was
queued up.
Sabino really like saying good things about the whole series, and me, I'm always. I don't want to say I'm the pessimist. Sabino's always so optimistic when it
Right.
comes to talent. I have to do my scouting report. Not that I ever doubted you. I have faith in you, and it's just with the content you're putting out. I know a lot of Italians, especially Italian Americans, can relate to this material. So taking step by step, showing like real Italian vibes, and you're literally in somebody's kitchen, especially your own nonna's kitchen. And I just feel like you're gonna get an authentic feel. It's not forced. You're not putting yourself in a kitchen, just making Italian meals. This is like literally his nonna's recipes being passed down to you guys, putting it on screen for you guys to use and try on your own.
Yeah.
So, like, do you have anything else you want to add on to that?
Like, these are the type of recipes that some people say are secret.
Exactly. You know? I know you're not going to give
Wait,
everything.
so
but-
wait, does Nonna leave out a thing or two for the video? Like,
Not really.
No?
No.
Really?
that's
Wow.
rare. Because usually, like, a lot of people, like, leave out like a spice or, you know,
Yeah,
or
tayo
a
gista
step, you know?
Tayo parte ka.
I mean, like I'd like everyone to cook it exactly like how she does.
Yeah.
If people could cook it like that, then I mean, food's meant to share. You know, it's meant to have a good time with like your family and your friends. And I don't know.
Me and Jimmy were actually talking about this other day, that the reason why a lot of people like cooking segments. Now, I would love for people to give us an opinion on this, but when his nonna made the eggplant parmesan, somebody's gonna look just to see how they make it,
Yeah.
and compare like,
Yeah.
oh, he doesn't do it good. You're not supposed to do it like that.
Of course,
Or like
of
people
course.
say you're supposed to cut it long ways.
Yeah.
and then you got the people that are saying,
Bella
oh, you're
fina
supposed to take
fina.
the skin off.
Yeah.
and then you got people that don't put breadcrumbs; they put flour.
Yep.
You know, and they got people that don't fry it at all. They just
bake.
So everybody makes these like traditional dishes different, and that's what's beautiful about the Italian culture, because your nonna make it one way, my nonna make it another way, this kid's nonna make it another way.
Yeah. And I think a main component of an eggplant parm is the sauce, man. That sauce got to be on point. If the sauce ain't right, then you could easily mess up that meal.
I think you could say that for most Italian food. Honestly,
Of course, yeah. It has to be the sauce. Sauce is the staple. It's like
it is.
anything that has sauce in it, any Italian dish, food, it can make or break it if you make it right or not. But the one thing I will say about the eggplant parm that I was like, oh, that's interesting, was the fact that your nonna makes it like a sandwich.
Yeah.
She
I know,
makes
me
it
too.
like
Yeah.
a nice panin out of the
It's almost like
eggplant.
a stuffed eggplant.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Or like eggplant tower.
Right, exactly. So it's like it's definitely easier to cut that way. It's like, all right,
It is.
you get one eggplant, you get one. Meanwhile, our family's like, all right, italia qua. You wanna this much?
Because
you want
nonna,
this much?
nonna does it long way.
Yeah, she does it the layers, and it might be a little easier that way. You just plant the layers, then put the cheese on top, put the sauce in whatever order they go
like
correctly.
lasagna style.
Yeah,
almost.
like it's like a lasagna eggplant, more or less. And
Yeah.
then meanwhile, yours is like, all right, you could get a nice piece of eggplant right there. Okay, and there's
like a
two more.
tower
There's two
style.
more left. Yeah,
And they're all practically like the same size.
yeah, exactly. But it's awesome. I can't tell you how great it is seeing these traditions being passed down, and like I feel like you're not forced into it. You know what I mean? And I want you to talk more about it. When you're growing up and you're seeing, such an Italian family that you have, are you like, obviously not, but were you the type to be like, listen, I don't want to be a part of this, or like, yo, I want to learn more about this, and I'm eager to know more about this so I can teach my kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always loved it. I always loved learning more about it too. I mean, obviously, when you're a little kid, you don't really realize, with your family how it's different from anybody else's until you start.
So you went to college probably, right?
Not even until you just like get to school in general, and you go around and
The lunch is different.
Yeah, people bring in peanut butter and jelly to lunch and eating the school lunches, and you have a mortadella sandwich. So.
A hero.
Yeah,
With a
hero,
shot of
as they
wine.
say here in Brooklyn, a hero.
Were you the popular kid growing up? Everybody wanted what Jimmy had in his lunchbox?
I definitely shared my food. Yeah. I didn't. You hear stories how people they're embarrassed of their food.
I was
know?
embarrassed.
And because it's a little smelly and stuff, but all my
Smelly.
all my friends loved it. Whenever they came in and saw I had something interesting, they were like, "Oh, give me a piece, give me a piece." So.
That's funny.
Well, the classic Italian lunch is literally a paper bag, a little
Right.
greased on the bottom because of whatever the hell was in there.
Grease residue on the bag.
See, I only
That
I only
might
got
make
the
for a
paper
meme.
bag whenever I was at my nonna's the night before.
Yeah.
But at my house, I had a lunchbox.
And you live close to your nonna, Jim?
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, that's another thing that never take for granted. That's easy access to food whenever you want.
I know, especially now that I'm filming the videos. I go over a few times a week, film a video, then obviously I eat it afterwards.
Does Nana ask you like, when are we doing another video or no? Or is just you always asking her? Like, what's the recording? I want to know what like the whole recording process is from the start to finish.
So she's always really cooking. So I just go over, and I'm like,
Nothing's
what?
planned?
Like I'll just call her and be like, hey, what are you making today? Or it's Sunday whenever we're eating, because we eat every Sunday with our family. I'll just be like, hey, what are you making this week? Or do you want to make this? And she's like, yeah, come over Tuesday for it. Then I'll come over and she has her stuff out.
It's go time, baby.
It is.
It's go time.
She just starts cooking. Now, one thing, whenever I'm filming it, you're asking, I have to keep up with it. Like, I have to be a professional cameraman because once they start, they don't slow down. They just keep going. You know, they'll chop.
You can't ask them to
up.
do it again. Like
No.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it,
No, they'll
sweetheart.
chop something up and be ready to
Don't
fry
worry about it,
or do
sweetheart.
something to it. And I'll be like, okay, wait a second. And I'm like trying to get something on the video ready. And they'll just start putting it in.
He does a TikTok and a video at the same time.
Yeah, that's
Right.
tough, bro.
Right.
I don't know
So
how
I'm
you
taking
do
the
that.
sideways.
You got two cameras rolling at the same time, or is it
No,
one?
it's one
Oh, it's
camera.
one and one. Meaning
Yeah,
it.
one, yeah.
And a lot of
He uses
times,
his phone.
my
Little
sisters,
secret.
my sisters sometimes they help me, but whenever they can't make it, I have to just put the timer on, hit it, run around,
Oh my
talk,
god.
run back, switch it to TikTok, take a video,
One man show.
put it back on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you not ever get annoyed? Like, Jimmy, basta mo, ivo mangia, you know?
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
does?
Not
Poses
you,
su taleb.
not all the time, but one time, like whenever I'm doing it and she's cooking for Sunday dinner and people are starting to, like people are coming soon, she's like, hurry up. And then we,
The pressure's on.
yeah. Because everything has to be perfect with what she does and on
Yeah.
time and the way
Hurry
she
up.
does it.
God forbid people ate 5 minutes later than it's
Oh,
supposed to.
that would be the end of the world. That'll be the end of the world.
One thing that caught my attention with Jimmy right away, like a dish I never saw, was he makes these like little tzatziki, like little
The Rashali.
Rashali. So I'm like, what the hell is that? So
tzatziki, I
we
didn't
have
see
a
it.
video of it on ice. It's coming,
Oh.
but it's basically like a meatball. Jimmy, you explain it.
So it's a Calabrese thing.
What's it called?
Rashali.
Vashali.
It's like brajol with a V.
Okay.
So
Vashali.
really what it is, it's a meatball kind of. Like you make it the same way you would make a meatball, but it has way more bread and cheese in it than a regular meatball.
Okay.
So it's not super meaty. It's,
Yeah,
it's
so they
pretty
do like
light.
a whole mixture.
Yeah.
And then he gets that, and then he puts it flat like that.
Yeah, we roll it, in the hands like this.
and they deep fry it.
It's long.
All right.
Actually, whenever they make arancini, they make them like
Which
that
one's?
too.
What episode's that one?
I think probably 4.
Fourth?
Man, I
Fourth
gotta make
episode.
that. Gotta make me
So
like 3
I'm gonna
episodes.
maybe we could tell people like what the next episode's gonna be.
So we're making the chicken côtelette.
Everyone's favorite, authentic chicken cutlets.
Thin and crispy or not?
Yes.
Yo, these are very.
These are the thinnest,
Yo,
thinnest
these are
ones
the
you'll
thinnest
see.
and crispiest you'll see.
I gotta
Go
see how
watch
she
the
does
video after because I have it.
I gotta see
on
how she
YouTube.
makes those.
It's so thin, it's almost just all breading and just like I don't know how she gets
Bro,
it
nah,
that thin.
it's crazy thin. But yeah, I'm very excited for this series. We got a bunch of episodes in the can. Like
Right.
we're literally Jimmy is starting his college semester. Like by the time this comes out, he'll be
this
in
Friday.
college, and we literally have like 8 or 9 episodes in the can.
So-
we got chicken cutlets on deck, and then we got an episode with the grown up Italian team.
That one's gonna be exciting.
A couple of special guests too.
Ooh, okay. So the TikTok squad.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And, it
And-
might be a
and
little.
more.
Nobody moves.
Nobody gets hurt.
You know.
Little mochas. There it is. There,
One
everybody
day he's
loves
gonna
him.
put a hole in the floor.
Yeah.
I know. Every time he does that, the freaking whole ground shakes. Freaking guy is ridiculous. But how often can we expect an episode to drop?
Are we thinking
Every 2 weeks.
every 2 weeks?
Every other week. All right.
Yep.
I'll wait patiently. I'll wait
So
patiently.
if you did not check it yet, please do. Smash the like. Smash the subscribe button. Make sure to check out Jimmy Big Muscles on TikTok and Instagram.
That name, man. I mean, it's here to stay.
On his
so-
page, I gotta give him credit too, because this is a kid. He doesn't speak Italian, right? But he listens to Italian music, and if you follow him on Instagram, you'll see every day he posts a song of the
song
day.
of the day.
It's an Italian song.
What a nice guy.
So we've been listening to Capo Plaza, Sveta Basta, all weekend.
Right. We've been jamming out to it.
That's it. A song at a time. That's good that you do that. A lot of people don't really care to learn anything more about it. But I'm sure you understand Italian, right?
Yeah. I understand, especially when my nonna's speaking. I understand a lot more than other people.
Yeah.
I don't know, just because I'm used to it. But because she speaks Italian, and whenever we go over there, everyone speaks Italian with
Right.
her. So I just never like fully learned to be fluent.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But I'm learning.
Yeah,
Like,
I could tell when I talk to you, you understand what I'm saying. So that's
For
good. It's a
anyone
start. It's a
asking, he's
start.
not Metagon.
Yeah,
he passes.
I think everybody got a little upset with us with the Metagon thing. But guys, nonetheless, if like Sabino said, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about Jimmy's big muscles, especially. That's the questions I have right now. But Jim, thanks for joining us. Looking forward to more episodes, especially the food episodes that we're dropping with you. And best regards to your non. All right, keep doing your thing, brother.
Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me on. This is the first podcast I've
Thanks
ever
for
been on.
driving from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, all the way from Pittsburgh, guys. This guy's
worth
a
it.
this guy's a
Let's get
trooper. Buonanotte.